Chris Wunderlich built a business in Columbus that has survived Prohibition and the Great Depression to operate for 85 years and through 4 generations of his family. Chris Wunderlich was born in Bavaria, where he attended school and learned to be a brewer and a cooper. He then served 2 years in the German Army as a sharpshooter before coming to the United States in 1902, where he worked briefly in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then on to Chicago to work and study his craft in running a brewery. Chris met his wife Rosa in Chicago, married her in 1904, and they came to Nebraska that year to open the Wunderlich Saloon in West Point. In 1908, he opened Park Buffet in what is now part of Thule Drug in downtown Columbus, and he ran the business until Prohibition in 1917. During Prohibition, Chris and Rosa moved to Erickson to try ranching, but it was a struggle during the years of the Great Depression, so they returned to Columbus. Chris and son Al became bootleggers, making liquor in the basement that they sold out their back door and delivered as far as Kansas. The story goes that Chris was on the Liquor Commission at the time, so might have always had a little notice of impending raids. Towards the end of Prohibition, Wunderlich was the first to get approved in Columbus for a liquor license. In 1934, Chris opened Wunderlich's Friendly Bar along with 3 of his sons, Chris Jr., Max, and Al. At this location, the family added food to the menu, serving Rosa's homemade soup and sandwiches. The rules of the time dictated that food and alcohol couldn't be served in the same space, so the establishment was located at both 2403 and 2411 13th Street. In the bar, Chris began serving the now famous Tom and Jerry's drinks, mixing the batter by hand. The family served the drinks for free on Christmas Day each year, becoming a Columbus tradition. The drink required careful preparation, so much so that when Chris gave the recipe to his best friend and it didn't turn out right, the friend accused Chris of giving him a fake recipe. Chris lost his best friend over the accusation, and he never shared the recipe outside the family again. The original recipe is still in use today at the family business. 2 of the 3 sons were called to active duty during World War II. After their return, in May of 1946, Wunderlich's moved to a larger location on 25th Avenue in downtown Columbus, a building that had formerly been the post office. The move allowed expanded food and drink menus. Chris died in Columbus in 1950, and his namesake left the family business at that time, leaving Max and Al to carry on their father's legacy. While Chris had told the family he would never offer a food menu again after a less than successful experiment with a deli, his son's business became a full-service restaurant in 1955. In 1981, the growing catering business demanded a larger location and banquet hall, so Wunderlich's moved to their current location on 23rd Street. The downtown location continued operating until 1983. The 4th generation of Chris's family now runs the family business known as Wunderlich's Catering and Barley Shop. Chris was known by many in Columbus for his strong sense of patriotism and support for the idea of shopping locally. He put his training as a brewer to work by helping with the start of the Columbus Brewing Company. He hosted Columbus residents around his Friendly Bar for decades and truly became one of the community's gathering places. In doing so, Chris Wunderlich built a local business that has stayed in his family for more than 100 years, and today he becomes a member of the Columbus Area Business Hall of Fame.